year 2000, there has been an enormous surge in the amount of research and reports about one particular thing in corporate America. Now, this one particular thing is a huge catalyst for all sorts of different benefits. Things from increased productivity to increased profits to better innovation, higher quality, reduction in absenteeism, reduction in accidents, all sorts of great benefits. This one thing is employee engagement. Employee engagement. So what is employee engagement? Well, one of the landmark reports with employee engagement happened back in the year 2000. It's with the Gallup organization. So let's talk a little bit about how the Gallup organization defines employee engagement. They're talking about how employees feel about the work they do every day. So how do they feel about the work they do every single day? Now, what they found throughout their research, because they've been continuing the research over all these years, is that there are three levels of engagement. You've got engaged employees, which make up 30% of the workforce in corporate America. Now stop and think about 30%. So that means 70% aren't in that engaged category. The engaged employee is the person that's willing to do those positive actions to make a difference in the organization. So then you've got disengaged, or that not engaged, and they're just present, and that's 50%. That's the largest group. And then you've got actively disengaged, and those are the employees that tend to go to the negative first, that blame things. So there you've got the Gallup organization, the way that they define engagement. Now let's look at one more definition of engagement, and this is from a group called BlessingWhite. And they look at engagement as relationships. They look at engagement as really two things, actually. One is job satisfaction, so do I like what it is that I'm doing, and contribution, and I'm making a difference to the organization. Now I want to show you something, because they actually have 5 levels of engagement, and as we talk through these things, and as you see this, think about your employees and where they might fit. So they have levels A, B, C, D, and E. And on level A, you can see that that's the highly engaged employee. That's someone who has high contribution and high satisfaction. These are great employees. They take that positive action. They have great commitment. They spend great discretionary effort. Now then the next level, you can see it says almost engaged. So medium to high contribution and satisfaction. These are employees really to spend some time with. You're going to see some great production, some great performance, some great attitudes and commitment from them, yet it may not be consistent. So take a look at that, and maybe you've got some employees that fit into that. You want to spend time with them. Now, the next one I find is really interesting. This is where it's honeymooners and hamsters. So honeymooners. So those are the new ones to the organization. So they have this great satisfaction but low commitment because they haven't started yet. So you get them with onboarding. Everything's, hopefully going to be good for those honeymooners. Now, the next one, hamsters. Those are people that have been here for a while, and yet they're spinning their wheel. Maybe they're doing non-essential work. Maybe they're hiding in their cedar chips a little bit. So you want to ferret out and see what's going on with them. Now the next level, it says crash and burners. So you've got medium to high contribution. So these are people that are producing, and yet their satisfaction is low. So maybe their challenge isn't there anymore. These are people really to find out, so why is it that they keep producing, and yet their satisfaction isn't there? What's going on with them? You may see them being bitterly vocal when they talk to you about things. And then the last one, it's the same as the Gallup organization, the disengaged. So that's where we've got low to medium contribution and satisfaction. And so these are those ones that are really undermining the organization because they're being negative. They're bringing other people down. They're zapping energy from other people. So those are a couple different definitions regarding employee engagement. And there's one word that we see quite often with employee engagement. It's the word inspired. So what is employee engagement? How are you inspired?